Hello, Internet. Good morning for most of us. Good rest of the day if you're somewhere else like Rob is. Hi, I am your host and your DM, Van, and we're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. This is the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet. We're playing The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and we're very excited to be here this morning. If you are live with us right now on Twitch, hello, welcome. We're so glad to see you. If you are with us sometime in the future on YouTube, also, hello. Come hang out with us on Twitch sometimes. You'll have a good time. We almost guarantee it. You'll have a good time. Come hang out with us.
Like Men's Warehouse.
You know? No, not really.
I guarantee it. That's what they say in Men's Warehouse.
Well, they also say you're gonna like the way you look, and I have no control over that.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can't do that. Yeah. But we can.
But you
like
should.
The way we look.
Yeah. But
You're gonna like the way we look.
Look at us.
You already like the way we look.
We
let's be
guarantee.
honest.
Beautiful.
We guarantee.
Let's
it.
be honest.
Yeah.
You're not here for the gaming. You're here for the eye candy.
You're
Come
here
on.
for the sweet
know.
chocolate cheesecake that is Wally. Look at that.
So yeah, that's our show. Thanks everybody for joining. No, we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. Coming out with us, we've got a bunch of social media. We're on Mastodon now, so you can follow that page if you want updates about our live streams and stuff when I remember to post them, which I didn't do today, but that's okay. You're already here. You don't need it. We also have a YouTube, which serves as our archive for all of our previous shows and our current running ones. So go subscribe there. Go watch all of our shit. We've been doing this for a long time. The newer stuff, definitely better. But you can watch all of it if you want to on the YouTubes. Yeah, we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't have any fun announcements except for we stream twice on Saturdays. So after this at 5:00 p.m., come hang out with us for Saturday night's Ward 47. It's Parslings. It's almost finale time. We're all very excited. Yeah, I'm gonna let my friends here introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing today, and one thing they remember from the last session. Starting with Sid.
Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me all over the internets at Greek Sid. I am here Thursdays through Mondays playing in games. I run our game of Elegance and Vigilance on Thursdays. It is Good Society, it's D&D, it's Regency Superheroes, it's ridiculous. Come join the fun Thursdays, 7:00 Eastern. Today I will be playing Giselle Wintersweet. Giselle is our Tabaxi Warlock / Rogue.
What happened last time?
Oh yeah, that thing. Going first is hard. My brain has shut down. I'm the kid that just got called on in class.
It's okay, I don't remember what happened last time either.
Oh, okay, you're just asking for yourself. Got it. No, I help from help. Call, phone a friend.
I don't remember
Lost
what
Boys.
happened, what Giselle did.
Huh?
What
I
did you
said
say?
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say-
you guys
Oh,
have a bunch of wanted
yeah.
posters.
Yeah. We did catch a bunch of wanted posters, and oh yes, and Giselle thought it might be a good idea to just turn in the wanted posters and get all of the stuff that the wanted posters said that you could get. There we go.
That did happen. That was a suggestion.
Yes.
Honor Among Thieves is Giselle's middle name.
That I do like. Yeah, that'll do it. Thanks, Sid. That's a good reminder that Giselle has put that suggestion on the table. Who goes next? It's Rob.
It's me. Hello. Hi. I am Rob, or bonus stage Rob, or bonus_stage_ Rob. You could find me at one of those on just about every social media, although I still don't know what Mastodon is or what it do. So I'll mosey over there eventually.
Hairy elephant.
Oh, true. And it's social?
Yeah, social.
Yeah, Valman keep it in their garage.
Oh, okay. Wait, I've been in their garage. How did I miss that?
I think you just added it.
They just got one.
Ow. Okay.
No, it's always been there. I'll just completely missed it.
Mastodon never forgets, but I forget what the Mastodon remembers. I'm an idiot. I play D&D on Saturdays here on game nights.
You're a bisexual vacation dad.
It's true. That's also as well too. Also true. I'm losing the plot. I am playing Willoughby Wanderfoot, first year, who is a paladin slash fighter slash good boy. And something that happened last session is found a dude in a cave, and he's blinded by greed or something, some metaphor. But more importantly, Willoughby and Law got to build more Dutch.
Okay, build a robot.
Yeah, more
Yes, indeed.
Dutch.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah. Mustache.
Looking at the screen. Rachel.
Hi. Mustache. Hi, I'm Rachel, or Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth, but I've been streaming there recently because I play D&D on the internet with my friends 3 times a week. I'm here on Saturdays, I'm on LB's channel on Sundays, and I'm on Emergence YouTube channel on Thursday evenings. I am also on other socials at Rachel Elizabeth, or Rachel Elizabeth with a Z in the middle instead of an S. And today I am playing Sereia Vale, the Water Genasi Circle Wildfire Druid. And last time on the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet, we found a wizened old man named Nib in a cave. And he gave us gifts.
That
He
he
gave everybody
did.
a gift.
That
Everybody got cool shit.
he did. Yeah, everybody did get cool shit.
Giselle got sneaky, steely shit.
Yup, the thief gloves, among other things. Yeah, thanks, Rachel. Next up is Val and Copper, who are a duo today.
You want to start? You want to kick us off? No?
Will Copper be playing Dutch?
Copper
Yes.
will be
Yeah.
playing Dutch, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. Mostly not anymore. That's sort of a false statement because I'm not really on any other social media other than this platform. But you can find me here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games. Like has been mentioned already, we have our potentially semi-final episode, our penultimate episode of of Ward 47 this afternoon. We're playing Parslings. Come join us, I guess, if you're either a huge fan of the series or just want to see how it ends and skip to the ending of it. It'll be a lot of fun. Otherwise, on Mondays, I run a game called Red Jenny. We play the Dragon Age TTRPG. It's pretty much everything that we've got going on right now. Tonight, or this morning, I will be playing Law Justicia, who is a Wizofficer, and just built a new robot friend, or upgraded their robot friend. Things that happened last time, I'll list off a couple that come to mind. Second conversation between Law and Sereia, and now Sereia thinks that Law is just always in her mind. We met a bunch of adorable little mushroom friends who I just want to keep forever. And then Law got a magical pop socket for their spellbook.
That's basically what it is.
You want to simplify it down like that? Sure. I thought what I came up with on the spot with no warning that you were going to do that was pretty cool, but
It was very cool.
It was super
if we
cool.
want to simplify it like that, we can do that.
I thought
Pop sockets are one of the greatest inventions of
I
our
know.
age.
I thought what you designed on this fly was fantastical and imaginative.
And it's not at all like a pop socket.
I
You can't change my head canon. Right, Comper?
Okay.
yes.
Look at you, Grumpy.
Look at that face.
Thanks, Val. Thanks, Copper. Finally, we have Wally.
Sup, it's me, Wally. Wally time. Let's go. It's me, your favorite non-binary sign best friend on the internet. You can find me on socials or on the internet. Just type in WALLE132. You'll probably find me. Where? I don't know, but you'll probably find me. Look, I use that nickname everywhere. So if you find me in some pretty shady places, just mind your fucking business. All right? Just mind your business and move on with your life and just move on. You can also find me on the Discord.
Googling Wally.
Oh no. But you also can find me on the Discord and the GGK Discord where I post random memes and stuff. Also, you can find me here as a GGK exclusive Thursdays through Mondays, playing in the fantastic games that people have talked about. Really, check them out. They're a lot of fun. Like Thursday night, we had some great drama between two characters. Monday, someone thought they were going to have a really healthy encounter with someone who ghosted them, but they turned out into something else. What happened? You should check it out because I can't talk about it too much because I'll be here forever. And today, I'm playing Damian, the dragon monk who is powered by anime and dragons. He got a cool belt. He finally got his cool belt the other day from Nib. Nib gave him his cool belt. That is a sign of his master of his craft, and he really wanted that because he felt he deserved it. What else happened? Mushrooms, gifts, Lost Boys. Oh, wait. Giselle talked to her patron, and her patron was all like, I'm handsome, but I'm tricky. You're probably falling in love with me as we speak. That's
She was twirling her hair.
It's just twirling your hair, and it was a nice time. But yeah, that's what I remember.
Excellent. Thanks, Wally. Thanks, everybody.
Pompeii. I wrote that in giant letters. I forgot to say that.
Yes.
Pompeii.
Yeah, Pompeii. Yeah, Pompeii. Yes.
For Rex.
Forgot about
For his going away party.
Right.
Because the
Right.
next time we let Rex out of the battle is the last time. He'll be free.
We're gonna hold.
Need to
We're gonna hold
file
Rex's.
that one away.
We're gonna hold Rex's goodbye prom.
All right. Let's get to it. So yeah, last time on this show, there was just a lot of downtime. You guys traveled to the second area you have been in Prismere, thither via balloon, made camp, made a lot of friends. Last session was the session for making new friends in the form of haunted old men who are trapped in a cave with their gold and a bunch of singing mushrooms.
And when I really thought about that Nib thing, that is actually really sad when you sit down and you really think about it.
I don't think you guys ever asked why he wears the blindfold.
Yeah, like I didn't ask, but putting
I
together
made it-
all the
made it
context
a
clues,
conclusion.
it made it. It was a really sad story where you like put together all the context clues of like the shadows in the background and everything, and he's blind and he has to make gifts for everyone.
He was
it's
a
kinda-
bad person.
Yeah,
He's a landlord, dude.
He was a landlord.
Yeah,
he was essentially
landlord,
a really
yeah.
shitty landlord.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a very fitting punishment for him, and it's kind of sad, but it's like, yeah, you deserved it, buddy.
Now he's trying to pay it back. But yeah, I think where we will pick up is, well, I guess it's with the loot drop we just got.
Oh man, it's been so long.
As you guys are leaving the cave and getting ready to, I believe, travel up to Little Oak to try to find Will of the Feywild, since Nib has sort of marked on your map where the getaway gang resides now in the forests of thither. He, I guess, puts on his best Columbo voice and says, oh, one more thing. Pulling up the table, somebody roll me a D10.
A D10. D10. An 8.
And D100.
Every time.
It's an 8 a lot of the time.
Yeah. And a D100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I rolled it.
Okay, what'd you get?
7.
the second fruity bottle.
You name him George. His name is George.
My favorite part of the loot drops is not the loot, but it's watching the expression on Van's face throughout the whole process.
100% every time.
Finding it, reading it. What is this? This is gonna break everything.
It's the look of either of like, okay, of
Can they use this or?
Then there's like the rare look of like, welp.
I haven't gauged yet whether this is a really good item.
A really weird item.
Somebody roll me a d20.
D20? Okay. 9.
2, 3, 7, 8.
Rolled a 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh wow, we did. On 3 different dice.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
Is it my
Nah.
shield?
This is a semi-automatic machine gun.
This is the
No.
ball of Oppenheimer.
No, it's fine.
Barbie
It's just
dream car.
funny. I just think this one is funny, in particular to
Oh, no.
me. Nib says, one more thing,
Oh.
and reaches down into like one of the piles of gold, and you can hear it like clinking around as he's like feeling around for something, and he pulls out a boomerang and goes to hand it over to one of you.
Damian takes the boomerang.
I don't have much use for this anymore, so I figure you guys will get more use out of it than I will.
Thank
Did
you.
you really like boomerangs at some point? Were you just really into them?
Wow, I can
So,
take
like-
it back at any time if you're gonna.
No,
be
just
rude
curious.
about
You
it.
say you don't even use it. This fleshes out a lot of backstory. So were you like competitive boomerang?
I know in real life it's been a week since we had this conversation, but I did tell you I'm confined to this cave.
I mean, previously,
It's
when you were into boomerangs.
It's just, will you just take it, please?
Okay.
La.
I'm just
I'm-
trying to
I'm
flesh
giving
out
you
the
this because
story.
I'm giving you this because the chat rolled for it, and not because there's any great story behind it. And you guys have already left the cave, so can we move on, please?
I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Yep.
All right. Want to know if you also
La.
have some magical hacky sacks in here. too.
La.
No,
La.
God's
He's like,
kind of angry.
La.
We should move on.
no.
Like waving.
I've
the
done so
boomerang.
much prep for this. I can't prep for things I don't know are gonna happen, like loot drops, because I don't know what they are ahead of time. Just take it.
You mean you didn't
It's
roll on
improv,
every
Van.
single
Yes, and
magical
me.
table and
I'm-
make something for every single
Soraya whips out her map and starts using it.
Just
Damian is doing cool
Take it.
poses with the boomerang.
everyone
I
is
know.
not. Everyone in this game, every NPC is not interested in sitting around telling you their entire life story. Some of them are very hard stories that they don't want to relive while they're cursed to spend gold into cool weapons for people who come along their cave. He doesn't want to talk about it.
Fine. I'll just read his mind later and figure it out on my
And
own.
cry later on.
It's a +3 boomerang. Have fun.
Oh
Really?
boy, a
Okay.
+3 boomerang. Cool.
Golly.
I'm gonna use this boomerang if it's totally fine with you guys. Because I think I can do some cool tricks with this boomerang. And I like to.
mean,
Forgot boomerangs were a thing in D&D.
I did too. I have absolutely
was
no
today
idea.
years old when I learned
Yeah,
boomerangs
that's
were a thing
true.
in D&D.
It's a
I have no idea how
Uh,
boomerangs actually work.
it's a
functionally.
ranged weapon.
Yeah, in real life, they make no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
no,
hard.
it's a
They're
simple ranged weapon. It's 1d4 bludgeoning damage plus the 3 from the +3 plus whatever your strength is. It's a thrown weapon. Short range 60, long range 120, and yeah, if you're proficient in simple weapons. If you're proficient in javelins, you're proficient in boomerangs, is how they phrase it. And if the attack hits, you do have to go retrieve the boomerang, but if it misses, it returns to your hand.
Oh, I can use this as a
That's
martial
pretty
arts
sick.
weapon. So I don't
Yeah,
have
you
to
can.
use. Yeah. So I can use this as a martial arts weapon. So
I
can-
do like the realism, though,
Yeah,
is like it only returns if you miss, though.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah,
Captain
if you hit
America's
something.
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go
You
get
do
it.
have to go get it.
It does not fetch itself.
So are you fine with me using the +3 boomerang? Is what I want to know, guys.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That good.
I don't see why I would use it over my gun.
Sarai doesn't even realize you have a boomerang. She's just in the map.
Oh, you already got the nat 20 on survival last time.
I didn't know if I needed to roll again,
So
I did. just in case.
Sure. Yeah.
I only got a 16.
That's okay. Yeah, you guys, that's enough. You guys have been wandering around a little bit. Is there, for real though, is there anything you wanna do or anything you wanna ask Nib before you leave?
I do have a question. I look at Nip and like, so the whole thing with Will and everything, why exactly, she has it out against him? Do you know why?
Well, I do, because he is a continual thorn in her side. Will has sort of made it a career to break into Loomlurch and try to free the folks she has working in her workshop.
Okay,
And just causing general mayhem.
got it. All right. Just wanted to make sure, what's your opinion on Will?
Oh, I mean, I don't know him very well. He's smart, courageous, trying to do a good thing in the way that teen boys try to do a good thing. Well, he's
Alright.
trying.
That's a very loaded description for that. That puts a lot of context into things that, yeah.
All right. I just wanted to know what the deal was with him. You have a good day, Nib.
You as well.
It's out of the cave.
We'll talk about the boomerang thing later.
Will you just
As we
will you
leave,
just take
there's
it?
an open
It's a
sign on the
gift. I'm trying to be
cave that he
mysterious.
flips to close.
He turns out the light.
A big rock just slides out of nowhere in front of the cave.
Just shuts it.
We'll leave the light on for you until we don't.
All right. Anything else?
No.
No.
We go north.
Yeah, so start. You got what, a 16 on survival? I think that's plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because you have a map and Nib is kind of laid out where you're. In general, where you're headed. Did I post? I posted the map of. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have it up.
I did.
I'm in the map for real.
Yeah, so he essentially pointed out to you guys like you're gonna want to go up past the Wayward Pool. When you were asking about where Loomlurch is, which is Granny Nightshade's home and workshop and all of that, he said if you hit Little Oak and the Getaway Gang, you've gone too far. So you're gonna go past Loomlurch, following the river, and up to try to find the Getaway Gang. So, I have so many freaking windows open, sorry. It is gonna take a while, so like we talked about last time, Thither is bigger than Hither, so on foot to go that far north, it's probably gonna take you several hours, so. Is there anything you guys want to do along the way? If not,
Check
we
out this
can
wayward
expedite the
pool.
process. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Willoughby.
Yeah,
You know-
what's up?
You're. I know I normally don't ask this kind of stuff, but I was wondering. You think You think we can spar one day?
Well, I usually don't like hurting my friends. I usually like helping them.
Well, I know, but because you have a really cool new technique you can do. Figure you want to keep it, sharp and ready to go. So I figure, if you ever need someone to spar with, I'm here, buddy.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
And really, if we get hurt during sparring, it's not like it was intentional. It was all part of the exercise.
Yeah. Maybe next time we make camp, if we're not
Yeah.
too tuckered.
Yeah. Plus, I get to use my cool new boomerang, and he holds it up. It's like a big 2-foot-long
Whoa.
boomerang.
That's almost Willoughby sized.
Maybe we can sit you on it, and I can throw it, and you ride the boomerang, and then you jump off the boomerang, and then you do an attack.
I feel like I would hurl.
Well, yeah,
I'm
that's the point.
Spinning
Because
in
I'm hurling.
circles.
Oh, yeah. We can workshop it. We can workshop this.
Mid-conversation, Damian remembers how boomerangs work.
Smash cut to Willoughby spinning in a circle.
All right. Do you guys want to try to stop at the pool that Nib mentioned?
Yeah, it's along the way. Yeah.
Okay.
The water
Hot
genasi
summer
wants to
day.
skip the water. Beelines for the pool, following the river.
Yeah. So Sereia with the map and the excellent survival skills, as you guys are having conversations and stopping and eating and stuff like that every now and then, you make your way up the river and to where this pool, it's like a lake essentially, a small lake, is marked on the map that you have. You can see it. You kind of, as you're following the river, kind of break through the trees, and the trees thin out a little bit as you get closer to this landmark. And you can see kind of off in the distance a little bit mist that drifts over the surface of this lake. It's not huge. It's pretty small, hence why it's called the Wayward Pool instead of the Wayward Lake. It is chilly here, kind of in its general vicinity. There are, there's a little bit of mist. There's some craggy rocks on one side. I'm kind of protecting one side of the lake. There are rocks covered in moss. And out in the center of this lake, there's a little, a little islet. It's like this very small little landmass. But as you, I guess, how close are you trying to get to the lake? Are you trying to go just straight up to it? Or are you just kind of passing through?
Yeah, I guess we
Probably
go
straight
right
up
to it.
to it.
Yeah.
Okay. As you break through the trees, you're following. There's a little bit of a path, not anything constructed, but a little bit of a footpath. Maybe people have passed through this way before from the river to the pool. And as you get closer to the Wayward Pool, the mist starts to coalesce a little bit, and it gets thicker, and it turns into more fog, and very, very quickly, just all of a sudden, there is this sort of fog swirling around you, and you can't really see that well. You think you're headed in the right direction, but as you continue to walk that way, Sereia sort of leading with the map, as you continue to walk toward what you think is the pool, you break through the fog, and you find yourself back where you broke out of the tree line, farther away from the pool.
Weren't we here before?
Do
Deja
I
vu.
recognize this as some sort of magic?
Probably.
I
I think
Damian,
you can assume in the 1,000 feet.
Yeah. That's something. I'm
Between
not that
the
bad.
tree line and the
Yeah.
pool, like
I didn't
no,
roll
you
that
feel
poorly.
you feel more confident in your
Yeah.
survival skills than that.
Wait a
Um,
minute.
yeah, I don't even think you have to roll for that. What it is, who knows? But yeah, as soon as you got close, the fog was kind of magically like, no. And you find yourselves back at the tree line.
Something doesn't want us to go that way.
Now I want to go that way even more, though.
Me
I thought that might happen.
too.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
it
like
feels-
maybe it's like rules where you gotta close your eyes and walk through it. Damian closes his eyes and walks through the mist.
Okay. Make me make me a survival check.
Survival.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 24.
Okay. Damien closes his eyes and walks off. You manage not to run into anything, which is what would have happened if you'd rolled low. And Damien walks off, and you can see him kind of making his way towards the water, into the mist, and that fog again starts to coalesce around him, and then walking out of the trees behind you and up next to you is Damien again.
Damian's eyes are still closed. Guys, did I make it? Did I make it?
No.
He's right next to you,
Oh.
he's screaming.
Oh.
All right. I can
mean-
teleport.
Yeah, I could try to fly over it, get a good vantage point.
Not a bad
That's
idea.
worth a try.
Yes, try that.
Willoughby
wanna
sort of like,
Throw you on my boomerang up there.
Sorry,
no,
just
I have
pushes the
wings. That's
boomerang
okay.
down.
thank you."
I'll send Gadget with you just in case.
For the
Okay.
next week, Damien's going to try to solve every situation with a boomerang.
Damian's the new Sokka. Let's
like
go.
it's a freaking Zelda game.
Listen, we're in the Lost Woods already, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, do I hear any music?
Yeah, that's true, yes, yeah.
The
change when we go through certain points.
yeah.
Do we hear a little doo 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 doo?
If I stand really close to the fog, can I tell if like it's a little brighter? Does it look like a tunnel? Does it
Is
look
the
just
music
like
coming from that
Yeah.
from that one? And have I reached the end, or am I about to fuck myself?
Yeah.
So Willoughby.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like double tap my new armor and just like now I'm shirtless and wingspan. Wow,
Okay,
this thing's cool. I can get used to this.
that was a really
Freedom!
that was a great idea that you had for
Yeah.
that item. That was good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. As soon as I learned it existed, I was like, I understand what I must do.
Gotta have it. All right.
Is there a Chippendale logo on the inside of the armor now?
You took it and
Yeah,
you
but
ruined
it's Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
it. Yeah, okay. And then he took it and saved it.
Because Gadget builds some cool shit.
Bonk Val.
That show also has a. Is her name Gadget?
It's Gadget, yeah.
It's Gadget.
It's a little mouse.
Also
named
has a
Gadget.
gadget. Anyway, Willoughby, you want to try to fly up and over?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Where are you trying to get to? Just a general. You just trying to sweep
I think
the area?
I'm
or-
trying to. Am I able to like get high enough where it starts to not be misty, foggy, all that? Like I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
if there's like a radius around this lake
Yeah.
where like I'm safe above a certain point from being voiped.
Okay. Yes. The mist only goes so high. Because that's how you expect mist to work. But yeah, you can fly up and over, try to get a vantage point, and you can see where you can like break through this mist a little bit. But as you try to get closer to the water itself, and even like the island in the middle, before you can kind of break that the shoreline and get over the water, you find yourself in a little bit of like a wind gust that blows you off course. It's not
Whoa.
yeah, it's not damaging, and it's not even like super strong. It's just more of like a suggestion. Like there's this little gust of wind, but you find yourself like almost unable to not follow it, and it kind of veers you off course and takes you away from the water and back towards the tree line again.
Willoughby lands. Well, bad news. The sky is also magic.
Well, we could try to get in the middle of this fog or whatever and try and dispel it. Or, I don't know, maybe someone has a magical wind or something that could like push it away.
I could flap my wings real hard. I don't think that would work.
Your wings are very powerful, but I don't know how much they have like a magical essence since you're kind of,
I mean, I could try. Yeah, I could try to dispel magic, but other than that, no.
That's about all I can do too.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'll probably see you right behind you in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'll take my staff and I'll walk very diligently toward the pool. And then when the fog gets close to me, I want to try and dispel it.
Okay. You take your staff with you and meander back into the mist. As soon as the fog starts to swirl around you, just cast Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a check with your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. This is intelligence, okay. That'll be a 17.
Okay. The fog is kind of blown back away from you for a moment as the dispel magic tries to take hold and almost creates this like swirling breeze around you, kind of buffeting the fog back a little bit, and it holds for a moment, but very, very quickly the fog it's almost like it starts to like multiply, like it realizes like, oh, we need to fill in this space, and more of it just kind of like swirls around you and kind of pushes its way in until you're completely covered again.
Shit. I use another charge of my staff for another dispel magic. Because I'm stubborn.
Okay, yeah, roll again.
That's better. 21 on an 18.
Okay. You cast a spell again, and a little bit more forcefully this time. The magic from the staff tries to buffet the fog back. You've done this quickly enough that you're still sort of standing in the same place. And the dispel just very briefly kind of pushes through the fog in front of you and out on the lake, which you can see clearly for just a split second. You see a shape. It is... it's hard to say. It's still a little bit far away from you. It's not a person. It looks like almost like an apparition, like it's kind of coming in and out from where it's watching you. It's like kind of flickering, but it's like in the shape of a horse. And then you feel this like big gust of wind, and the fog just shoves through your spell and kind of buffets you back in the direction of your friends.
What did you see?
Okay, there's some sort of like ghost horse out there that really doesn't want us coming to the
Ghost
water.
horse. I
Oh.
want the ghost horse.
I don't know. That sounds pretty spooky.
Could end up being a nightmare.
Well,
Maybe, but those like usually, like I feel like we learned about those. They like, they're like all fiery and stuff, and they're not like ghost-like.
Sereia, you and I are the only ones that haven't tried yet. You want to try to teleport past?
We can try it. You said it was a horse?
Yeah, it looked like a horse.
Can I wild
But like
shape into a
not the
horse?
corporeal horse. Oh yes,
Yeah.
make yourself look like a really like cute horse, you know? And then maybe you'll want to talk to you.
I'll be like, hello.
This isn't even what you guys set out to do today. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like a puzzle that we're all just dying
Yeah,
to
you
solve.
put a puzzle in front of us.
It's okay.
Uh,
I mean,
And
I
you
didn't.
jingled
You
some keys
you
in front of us, and we took the bait.
you walked here. I didn't tell you to go here. You walked here and said, "Oh, let's force our way in."
Let's horse around.
Yep.
Okay,
What do you guys want to do?
2 options. We can leave this for another time and maybe gather some more information from, Will and the getaway gang. Maybe they know why we can't go in there. Or we could try other options to get in to this place that somebody obviously doesn't want us to go.
Yeah, maybe right now this isn't the best use of our time, but I am really curious now.
I think we can definitely circle back to this. Law,
Right,
do
I'll
you
vote
want to
for circle back.
to yes?
I'll vote for circle back to this after we figure out maybe there's a reason why we're not supposed to go in there. Maybe they're very private. Maybe we need to send a letter to gain an audience.
Maybe the Will kid knows.
Yeah. Because I'm kind of close to just asking this horse what their deal is.
Well, I was gonna try to thunderstep through the mist.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
yells at Law in her head.
And they do not hear you. How far does Thunderstep take you?
90 feet.
Sereia's just like
Okay.
really looking grumpily, just
I will.
thinking really angrily.
Yeah.
Sereia looks like she's got a headache, and you guys don't know why.
You got
I
you okay?
I
You
will
got a
tell
migraine?
you, Val, if you're trying to get to the lakeshore, you are much further than 90 feet away.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah. So that's just a reminder. When you guys came out of the tree line, it was about 1,000 feet to the shore.
Oh,
Where
okay.
does so the fog covers a period, a space of more than 90 feet?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind then. I will not do that.
I didn't think it would get you that far. I hate to
Yeah.
have you just full on waste a spell slot. If
No, that's
you like
Val
knowing
thundersteps
knowing
and
ahead of
then,
time that Law would know it probably wouldn't work.
law can judge.
You just see a
distances.
splash, and then you see them come out of the tree line soaking wet. I touched water.
It's the better version of touching grass.
But
Take
yes,
that.
it is much further than
Yeah.
90 feet. So I don't want you to waste the slot. That seems mean.
That's fair. All right, let's do this later.
If while we're leaving, Damian stops and looks at the fog, and then goes, just to let you know, we aren't bad guys. We were just really curious about your lake. Sorry if we disturbed your sleep or your privacy or anything. We're good people. Don't worry. Bye. And he catches up with the others.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. I have an idea before we go.
Good lord.
It's just yeah. Soraya's gonna pull a piece of parchment out of her bag and write a note really fast with all of our names
Okay.
to whomever lives at the Wandering Pool. Is that what it's Wayward Pool? We would love to come for a visit. Love all of our names. And then she's going to shape water and create a little stream to send the little paper boat that she made and try to push it in the direction of the Wayward Pool as we leave.
Just look in real quick. Yeah, okay. You create a little stream, and the little paper boat with the note written on the inside floats into the fog.
Maybe it got there.
it doesn't
Yeah,
come
We'll circle back.
Just leaves them a note.
Yeah.
Just pushes it that direction. A little paper boat goes goes sailing out into the water. I'm just imagining this like teeny tiny little paper boat just out into this pool.
Sailing
The mist.
away.
It sails into the mist, never to be seen again.
Okay. And she will continue navigating us towards Will and the getaway gang.
Yeah, you
Not the
again,
last one.
You guys can hang out at the pool all you want. If you want to just play in the fog for 3 hours.
No. Let's move this along.
Look,
Maybe we
That's
can
an
get some
option?
information on how we get there.
Okay. Yeah, so you just have some new information gathered about the pool and its waywardness and maybe what lives inside of it. You continue on thinking we'll come back once we know more. And you continue to make your way north. Yeah, I guess we will do one thing. Somebody roll me a d4.
D4. A 3.
Okay. Good to know. You continue to make your way north. Again, the sun pretty high in the sky. For the most part. Sereia, I think you noticed this because you have the map and you've been making the survival checks. As you get closer to the general area where Nib has told you that Loomlurch is, which Loomlurch is the home of Granny Nightshade. The trees around you start to look more withered and gray, and just generally, like, the closer you get to this area, the more it looks like the life is just sort of being sucked out of everything. You don't go too far in that direction, I imagine. You don't want to get too close without sort of knowing what you're getting into. But yeah, as you make your way past, I think you notice, like, it's a little bit darker. Some clouds start to cover the sun, and the sun hangs, like, a little bit lower in the sky. And then as you move past it and you move back out into this sort of, like, more vibrant forest area, the clouds clear and the sun, again, sort of high in that, like, mid-morning place in the sky, clouds moving off in front of it. The sounds of wildlife start to pick back up again, and everything looks more green as you move past that area and towards where you know Little Oak is.
Forrest there felt sick.
You think it's Granny Nightshade?
That's my assumption. I can fix that after we deal with her.
Another reason why I need to bop her in the schnoz.
Her nose will never be the same.
Or maybe I'll hit her with my boomerang.
In the schnoz.
In the schnoz.
You don't have to go get it.
Oh,
Then you can punch her in the schnoz.
that's true. I could throw the boomerang and be like, hey, ta-da, throw the boomerang at her, and she's like, oh, what? And she ducks to the side, and I'm already all up in her face, and I pop her in the schnoz.
Solid plan.
Yeah.
I'll never
Sounds
see
like
it
a good
coming.
idea to me.
Continue towards Will
Okay.
and whatever his home's name is.
Yeah, it's called Little Oak.
Little Oak.
You guys make your way ever northward, again back into where everything is a little more green and lively and the sun is out. And you start to, as you get close, I think you hear them before you see them, but you hear kind of like some yelling, not as if anyone is in danger, but sort of like some playful yelling and like yelps, the laughter of children. As up ahead, as you kind of break through the tree line into a little bit of a clearing, you see a small group of children playing and kind of frolicking in general around a big leafy oak tree. They're yelping and laughing. From the tree's branches, there are a few like handmade swings, like rope swings. They are painted in fun colors with fun little designs on them. And sort of nestled in the crown of the tree up top is this like ramshackle tree house. And as soon as you break into this clearing, you hear like a yelp, and the few children that are here, you see sort of back off and go to hide behind the tree. But one of them shouts and jumps out sort of in front of Little Oak and kind of imposes himself between you and the other children and says, "Stand down or face merry hell."
Hello there, fellow youths. No.
Nice to meet you, Marielle.
Is your name Mary Hell?
No.
Are you? Oh.
Stands very confidently. "I'm Will of the Feywild, and you're in my home."
Oh.
And you see the
Nice.
boy from the posters.
Well, nice to meet you, Will. I'm Damian. These are my friends.
Kind of looks all of you over, and again, he's pretty tall. Really gangly, again, like curly, like messy black hair, freckles. He's wearing sort of a cobbled together outfits, kind of half leathers and stuff, and he's got a rapier on his hip, and he stands there confidently, kind of looks you all over. "What brings you to Little Oak, travelers?"
We're here to punch Landy Nightshade in the schnoz.
Interesting.
And we heard you are a bit of a rabble-rouser, a troublemaker, a thorn in her side. And we want to let you know we're down for the cause.
And who did you hear this from?
Oh, we heard from Nib, the dude in the cave with the blindfold on.
We also saw your wanted posters and
Pulls out a wanted
sort of put
poster.
two and two together.
He grins when you mention the wanted posters. Somebody make a persuasion check.
I'll do it.
I think probably with advantage. Because Nib sent you and you have some of the posters.
Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. He looks you all over again, kind of again grins when Willoughby mentions the wanted posters, and then kind of relaxes his stance a little bit and turns back to the kids that are kind of hiding around the other side of the tree and says, "It's all right. It's all right. I think we have some allies here."
We're only here to cause trouble for Granny Nightshade.
I like it. So, are you guys hungry?
We could eat.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Into the treehouse, then. We have plans to make. He claps a couple of times, and the other kids pull down a rope ladder from the treehouse and then climb inside.
How many kids did you say that were here?
Not many. There's Will, and then there are 3 others.
Gotcha.
And as they come out from hiding, they smile, they wave, they don't really say much. And you can see Will is definitely the oldest at about 12, 11 or 12. The other ones look about 7 or 8.
Are either of them a cat? A displacer beast cat?
It's funny you should mention that.
What?
What?
As
Huh?
the kids, the other 3, the younger kids, pull down the rope ladder and start to climb up, Will says, "All right, up you go." And then he puts 2 fingers in his mouth and whistles, and a displacer beast kitten comes running around the other side of the tree and sort of puts 2 paws up on his side. Again, it's a large. This is a large kitten. but puts two of its many paws up on his side and kind of gets pets.
Are you Star?
Will looks at you, confused. Scritches Star's head. How do you know Star?
Her mama's looking for her.
Oh,
They came from the Witchlight Carnival.
I see. Did you hear that, buddy? They know your mom. And Star kind of puts, again, feet on the ground. They have 6 legs, I think. Yeah, so puts those front two on the ground, little tentacles on its back, kind of flicking a little bit, and kind of looks around Will at you, a little confused, a little suspicious.
But do you remember the carnival?
It kind of, it's like looking up at Will, and Will like nods down at Star, and Star just kind of dips their head a little bit.
Well, we met your mama there. And you went missing. And they were looking for you.
Yeah, they look a little suspicious. And Will says, she's a little shy.
Okay.
I mean, if you had any, like, proof, that would be great, but...
Do we have anything?
Well, we have our wings that we came from the Witchlight Carnival.
Dearla gave you something that belongs to Star.
That's right.
That's right.
I remind you, because it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
What was it?
What you give us?
The ball.
Oh,
The
I
little
have that in
mirrored
mind?
ball.
I don't have it.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
All right, I'll pretend I have it.
Giselle has- I think Giselle had it.
I know
yeah,
one
I
of you
think
has
Giselle
it.
did have it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through my notes for it.
I'll take it out. Does this look familiar?
I think you see Star's eyes just immediately go big, and she like bounds over
Bleh!
towards you, and is like sort of running around your legs a little bit, and then one little tentacle like,
Okay.
and then she rolls around on the ground, playing with the ball. Sorry, I hate to force things, but I gave that to you like a literal million years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe we were gonna remember.
100%. I was not going to remember.
I was trying my best to remember if we got anything for this situation.
I might have been there for that session. I might not have been because this
That
was
might have been the one that
to
you
me
weren't.
until yeah.
It's been a while.
Been a while. I couldn't find it in my notes, so with a quick read through. So I might have missed that as well.
It happens.
And I
It's
was
a side
there.
quest.
Yeah, but that's the most important kind of quest.
Eat those chivas.
How are we gonna get 100% on this quest if we don't do the
How am I
side
gonna
quest?
how am I gonna
Exactly.
platinum this?
Yeah, we gotta get our achievements.
Will standing there again, kind of hands balled up into fists, like on his hips, smiles and kind of laughs again. Well, I guess you are who you say you are.
Yep, we're just a merry band of adventurers looking to help the people.
So, does that mean. Are all the kids here? Kids that got taken into the Feywild? And are like missing their families?
Will, as you ask this, sort of looks up the rope ladder to make sure the rest of the kids are in the treehouse, and they're just, kind of bopping around up there. You hear a little bit of chatter, a little bit of laughter, and Will looks down at Star and says, "Star, upstairs." And Star picks up the mirrored ball. Giselle kind of headbutts you in the leg, and then with its 6 legs kind of climbs up the little ladder, and they see a tentacle snake down and kind of pull the ladder back up into the treehouse. And Will kind of looks at you and says, "Let's take a walk."
Okay.
And he just walks you not far, a little bit away from the treehouse, ostensibly, so the younger kids can't hear what you're talking about. Just a little ways down the river, he kind of leaps up, sort of long, gangly legs, like one big leap up onto a rock, and kind of sits, tucks his legs underneath him, crisscross. So, yeah, you were asking about the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, they, well, people here like to collect things, you know? I don't have a good sense for old Granny Nightshade's sisters. Never met them, but she's a real piece. And, yeah, things she likes to collect is, people.
That's a weird thing to collect.
Yeah, it's
Kind of a crook thing to
pretty
collect.
messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Well, if it helps, we have a track record. We already bopped one of her sisters.
Awesome.
So we'll definitely take care of this one, too.
I don't understand though. Are you in any danger from her? I thought there were like protections that kept all of you safe.
Well, technically, none of the children can be harmed. Because if so, they just hop off into one of Zebilna's little pocket dimensions until they're safe. But she can keep them here. And obviously, kidnapping's not off the table when she's in charge. So they're okay, physically. The aging process is getting a little strange. But,
The aging process?
yeah, they're older than they look.
Oh,
They've been here since they were 8. That was 2 or 3 years ago.
so you just stop aging.
Or slows it way down. I don't really know how it works.
How long have you been here for?
Way longer than that. My story's a little different, though. But yeah, Granny Nightshade, she makes toys. And she, well, there's a bunch of kids in Loom Lurch that I think would really, really like to go home, and I'm trying to do something about it.
We would love to help you.
Yeah, let's go fuck shit up.
Awesome. I
Can we-
kind of
can we
have a
cuss here?
plan.
Can we cuss here? Because,
Oh, I mean, I don't care.
okay, let's
I
fuck
mean,
shit
I
up.
Again,
assumed that he
ol-
looks like a
older than
12-year-old.
I
I'm assuming. Yeah, and I'm assuming you
Oh,
look
okay.
like you're 12, so I'm assuming cursing is encouraged here.
Once we rescue these kids, how will they get home?
Well, that's part of the plan, actually. I think. Have you guys been to the? No, you wouldn't know anything about that. You guys are new. You guys are new here, right? Like really new.
Well, I mean, I've
Yeah.
been in the Feywild before.
Well, yeah, Damian's been around, but
I mean, I haven't really explored a lot of the area.
At what point are we no longer new? I mean, we have like started a revolution, ended a revolution, and overthrown a corrupting influence here. I feel like we've got our feet pretty well underneath us.
Okay.
But do you have to have residency here to be considered no longer new?
Those rules are extremely complicated. I don't recommend getting into them. Just at
Okay.
all. It's a whole thing. And
I'll
then
hold on
with,
to my
like,
driver's license out in Kaladesh then,
God,
for
like
sure.
with the way the taxes are structured here and everything, it's just a real freaking nightmare, you guys.
That's fair.
Oh, are
We
going to
didn't.
have
We
to
didn't
pay,
get our
Real,
visas.
too real.
Our visitor
This
visas.
is way too real now.
Are we going to have to pay income
Don't
tax?
re-register Dutch here yet. You know, like keep it registered at your parents' house.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I would keep a permanent address
Yeah.
somewhere out of the Feywild.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm worried
It's a
that we're
lot.
any loot that we find here, we're going to have to pay income tax in both the Feywild and in
Well, Well, technically,
We're
all the
hurting
loot-
Rob. We need to stop.
I mean,
Really
technically, all the
just
loot we
calling
found here.
accountants the other day because I'm so clueless. Like, oh god.
These can be counted as gifts, so we can write those off.
Yeah, let's count everything we get
Anyway.
here as a gift. Let's write off every piece of gold we get here.
Anyway, since we have more of a bartering society, it's, I think you're good. Yeah, so Will kind of rolls his eyes. The other kids, okay, let me give you the plan.
Okay.
All
Hit us
right,
with
and
it.
then we can
Yeah.
kind of go from there. So, he starts to, like, he picks up a stick and he draws a little diagram in the mud. So we're here. Loom Lurch, Granny Nightshade's house / workshop / goblin market. There's kind of also like a market outside. I don't really know. It's kind of like a little community, but it's mostly her house. It's a little confusing. I don't really know why she does things the way she does, but who can explain why hags do things the way they do? Granny is here. We're here. Here's the plan. Granny Nightshade has this. There's not enough of them to call them an army, but a contingent, I guess, of soldiers. But they're not people, right? She's a toy lady. So they're like, they're made of like tin, or they're kind of creepy. But they kind of patrol around. But that being said, not sentient, easily distracted. So we'll do some distracting, right?
We're really good at that.
That'll allow us to get into the workshop. Set the kids free. I cause a big distraction. All hell breaks loose. We get all the kids to safety, and then we go from there. So the other guys, especially Sloane, thinks that maybe we should take them to the pool, to the Wayward Pool, see if we can get Lamorna to help. I don't know. She's kind of a real goody two-shoes, so...
We were going to ask about that, actually.
Yeah, that was gonna end up being what my next question was.
What about?
Well, I mean, assuming that you could gain access to whatever that pool is, I was gonna ask, like, how secure is I'm forgetting the name of Little Root. That's a Pokemon town. What is
Little Oak is
Little
where the
Oak.
Getaway Gang is right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how, like, does she know where Little Oak is, or is there somewhere else that maybe you could take these kids?
Oh, if Granny Nightshade knew where Little Oak was, I think I probably would have been dead a long time ago. She does not like me. But that's the great thing about Little Oak, right? It moves.
Oh,
Does it walk?
can it move to that pool? Because we had a whale of a time trying to get into there.
Oh, you tried to get into the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
got
walked in and we
distracted.
just got
Yeah.
turned around in a circle.
Lamorna's got some real strict security over there, especially since Eladon went missing.
So, are you under the effects? Like, if you're in danger, will you bop away to a
No, strictly speaking, no.
But all the other kids will.
Yes.
Is that because you've been here for so long? Or are you from here? I know you say we love the Feywild, but, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story.
Is it a sort of like after the big battle, when you trust us, you'll tell us everything kind of story?
Oh no, if we get through the big battle alive, I'm fucking off.
So sometime in between.
Somebody roll me a persuasion check.
I'll do it.
Not it.
22.
Okay. Can I count on you guys to be part of this plan?
Oh, heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're down to mess around.
All right, then I'm gonna show you something. You gotta swear you won't tell the kids.
Are you secretly a dragon?
No, that would be silly.
You'd have to tell us,
So-
otherwise it's entrapment.
Yeah.
Is that a thing that regularly happens to you?
Oh boy, more than you'd think.
But you're in for real.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally.
You swear.
I swear on my
Pinky
boomerang.
swear.
Scouts on there.
You have my boomerang.
Giselle, Pinky swears you. The kids can't know about this.
Right.
Okay.
He stands up and he hops off the rock and kind of puts himself several paces away from you guys, and then just says, and no screaming. And then you see a little bit of a like blue shimmer start to form around Will, and his form starts to change and grow and grow, and he grows very tall, and his limbs and chest and everything sort of start to fill out until in front of you, you see a familiar sight. Something you fought once before, a long time ago, at Strixhaven, in an unsanctioned duel on campus in which things almost went horribly wrong. Blue skin, long, shaggy, black hair, bright yellow
Oh.
eyes, and Oni.
Sereia dives behind Law.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Sort of big, crooked grin, long, pointed teeth, horrifying. Gives a big thumbs up.
I'm gonna be honest. This is the last thing I was expecting. I thought you were gonna turn into like a fairy prince or something.
No.
That's dope. Nux.
Big
Law
ol'
is still like, he's like
Oh yeah,
shielding.
Damian wasn't there for the
Yeah.
No.
Oni
You
fight.
all right, Sereia?
Yep. Just you need a minute.
That's fine. Take your time.
That's a normal reaction. And he starts to shift back down, and that shimmer covers him again, and little Will of the Feywild stands in front of you.
Maybe
Sits back
this
up on
is
his
a
rock.
stereotype thing, and if it is, just tell me I'm an asshole. But don't only like collect kids and like eat them and stuff. I'm sorry. That's like what we learned
No,
in
that's
school.
no, that's true. Yeah,
you
the
eat
bedtime
these
stories and
kids?
stuff, that's true. No, I don't eat kids. No.
Are
See,
you on
this
a
is why I don't
diet, or...
tell people. I used to work for Granny Nightshade. I got roped into a deal, and listen. I don't need any of the kids, but some of these kids are here because of me. You can say in so many words that I had a change of heart, and now I
Why?
don't want to. So you know that Scabatha's sisters aren't really big fans of each other, just in
Sure.
general. Well, when they found out that she had somebody like me on the squad here, on the team, they weren't super pleased. Like, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm like pretty big and strong and scary. And they
You don't say.
Yeah, they intervened to take her weapon away from her, I guess, and they, I don't know, bibbity bobbity booped me into a good alignment, and now I'm not evil anymore.
So they
Okay.
cursed you to be good. That's wild.
I guess you could phrase it like that, but sort of the impulse to help her and steal kids was gone, so I left. And as you can tell by the posters you have in your pocket, she's pretty pissed.
Well,
So, do you like it? I mean, because I know that you were, Magic Jamie to do this, but do you like it now?
Yeah, I don't mind.
That's enough convincing for me.
So, is there any Nightshade, the one that's been kidnapping kids from the carnival? Is she the reason why they're here in the first place?
Yeah.
The pig mask girl.
Oh yeah, the pig mask girl.
Oh, you guys met Sopig?
Yeah, I saw her. She was like creepy in the mirror, and like she looked at me, and then she disappeared. It was really creepy.
She's still doing the mirror thing. I told her it's not as scary as she thinks it is, but and maybe I'm just used to it.
Huh.
But yeah, she's around here somewhere.
All right.
Real creep, that one.
Well, mystery solved then.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna punch her in the schnoz, so don't worry. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna rescue these kids. And so what exactly is the lady who lives out in the lake? We saw a horse.
Oh, Lamorna?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's a
Well,
horse.
what you saw was probably Eladon. That's her mate. He went missing a while back, and yeah, she's taking it pretty hard. So you might see like the specter of him wandering. You're all looking at me very confused. She's a unicorn.
No, that's kind
Oh,
of.
yeah, it is.
Oh.
So she protects the water with a specter of her lost lover.
Yeah, that, and she's got the whole fog and the glamour thing.
Boy, people in this place are sad. A lot of sad people.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the hag's fault. This place was pretty rad before they sort of took over and split it all up into these horrible, shitty domains.
I can't wait to come back and visit on vacation after we fix all of this.
Yeah.
I just hope you guys can fix all of it. And
Us
I'm in,
too.
I'll help.
I don't know if we're allowed to leave until we do.
I don't know either.
Oh, you messed with Bavlorna, you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why not? No, they definitely got your number. Welcome to the club.
Well, we beat the crap out of her, and then we turned her over to some Harrigan thief people.
Yeah, long scarf.
I
I think you two would get along.
Yeah, I think you'd like him.
Oh, maybe we'll,
He also has a gang of brigands.
yeah, love that.
They
Mhm.
transform
Hopefully
into
his are adults.
They transform into were-rabbits.
That's awesome, actually.
One of them's an asshole, but the rest are okay.
Well, okay.
It was because that one beat her up, that's why.
Shut up!
Okay.
Probably because you lost.
Right. So,
I wonder how that happened.
Get good.
Sorry, just-
I'm sensing some tension.
Attention.
Cool. So, should we make a plan?
Sounds like you got a pretty good one.
This is a pretty good plan.
Let's lock and load.
Normally, I'd say we should iron out some of the. No, I wouldn't say that. Normally, I don't know why I'm trying to no.
We're half-cocked plan kind of people.
We'll circle back on that later.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the invitation stands. You guys hungry?
Sure.
Yep.
We should always fight at a full stomach.
Awesome.
Damian gives Will a new wanted poster that has better updated art on it.
Aw, thanks.
There you go.
I'll hang it up in the treehouse. Well, all right.
Wanted for being super awesome.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says wanted for being super cool.
You guys stand with Will and head back in the direction of Little Oak to decide what to do next. And we are going to take a quick break
Oh, dang.
at that point. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us so far. Figure out. Do a big stretch. Get up, walk around, drink some water, all that good stuff. Get a snack. We will be back in just a brief few minutes. So see you soon. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us. During our break, we are refreshed, and we've got snacks, and we've got caffeine, and we've got water, and we are ready to continue playing Dungeons and Dragons. All right. So yeah, we'll pick back up essentially just right where we left off. Will is going, sort of leading you back to the general vicinity of Little Oak. Knocks on the tree trunk, and you see a little trapdoor open, and the rope ladder drop down. And yeah, he climbs up into the treehouse.
Soraya's not going to go up first.
I'll go first.
I'll
Still
climb
an
the
Oni.
tree.
Damien was
I'll
going to
climb
go
the
first.
tree
yeah.
instead of the ladder because I can.
All right, Giselle climbs the tree.
Damien
The kids are
climbs up the tree.
Damien climbs the tree. The kids are extremely pleased by this.
Damien, just to like, because Damien sees the kids are like impressed by, like, are like, whoa, by this. Damien does the Naruto thing, and like Naruto runs up the tree.
All right, if we're all trying to one up each other, I climb the tree, Feather fall down, Misty step up.
Willoughby puts a feathered hand on Sereia's arm and says, "I won't stray too far from you if you're not comfortable. For what it's worth, I'm not crazy about this either."
Thanks, Willoughby. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's a little bit wary of the situation now that we know the full depth of it.
Yeah. I just
Illusions, not doesn't want to like outright say it because the kids are kind of nearby now.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later. But for now, you have the services of Willoughby the bodyguard.
The best bodyguard I've ever had.
And there's 2 of me now.
Are there always 2 Willoughbys?
No.
I guess we never hashed that out. Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure.
I have
I was
to.
like, wait,
I
have
have
we
to,
just
like,
been ignoring the
summon-
second one every time?
No,
Okay.
that would be a nightmare.
Okay.
No, as a bonus action, I can make
Okay.
another one of me. Yeah.
Cool.
And telepathically in Soraya's head, oh no, you're definitely not the only one.
Stop gaslighting Sereia.
I'm not. I have no idea she thinks this.
Don't gaslight
I guess
Sereia.
Val is
She has an
gaslighting
inner
Soreia.
monologue of Law at
I
all
was gonna
times.
say, is it actually Law or is she imagining that Law said that?
That is actually law.
Sarah goes,
You
Wait,
okay?
or you,
do you
or
need
your voice in my head.
do you need some ibuprofen?
no, she climbs the ladder. Wait, the tree moves, right? Didn't Will say that?
Mhm.
Can I nature check to see if it's something I know? Is
Yeah.
it a thing that I'm aware of?
Let's find out. Roll a nature check.
I rolled a nat 1. JK, that's a 5.
No, that's crazy, dude. Tree moving.
I've never seen that
Can
before.
we have a
I've
kaiju
probably
battle
seen
with
that
2
before.
trees?
Is it like that scene in Ant-Man? I like the building fights.
Yeah.
Never saw him, man.
You
Stride
did yourself
climbs
a
the
favor.
ladder reluctantly.
Willoughby in tow.
All right, you guys all make your way up into the treehouse. So the treehouse itself is bigger on the inside. It's bigger on the inside. You
Like,
guys
Doctor,
can
what?
quite
See on the
comfortably
outside.
fit in here. The floor of the treehouse is just covered with blankets and cushions and just some piles of straw in general, like soft things. The ceiling is about like 6-8 feet high. There is a rope with a basket hanging on it, sort of hanging up from the ceiling, that's got in it like apples and berries, and there's like a couple of like things of sugar cane sticking out of one side. There's a bunch of like crumpled up paper, sort of in a couple of piles, and there's a few stuck in the baskets. It's crumpled up like parchment. Yeah, and then there's just kid stuff in here generally. A couple of things that probably catch your eye. In one corner, there are like a couple of cushions that are like propped up. Like there's a couple like stacked on top of each other, and then one of them is like propped up against the wall. It makes almost like a little chair, like out of these cushions. And there's like a rusty oil can, just one of the very simple ones that has like the sort of, it's flat on the bottom, it's like dome shaped, the can part, and then it's got like the big spout coming out the top, kind of propped up there. And then in one corner, there's this like heap of a couple of quilts that seem to be like stitched together in places, and sort of laying on top is like a wooden horse head with a wooden horn attached to the forehead of it. And Will kind of plops down on some of the cushions and like leans back. Welcome to our humble abode.
Thank you.
Did you make that unicorn head?
Yeah, well, we all did. There's a whole costume under there.
Is that how you go visit the unicorn? You dress up like one?
Well, it was gonna be our next try. I don't know, we figure maybe only unicorns can get in, so. We tried a lot of other stuff, didn't work.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a good.
That's
good
great
plan.
idea.
Yeah, that's a really
I wish
good
I
plan.
would have thought of that. Not that I can wild shape into a unicorn because that's a celestial.
Put the
not a
wild
beast,
shaped into
but
a horse, and then we just put the horn.
put a horn on my
But just
head.
put the
Yeah, that
horn
would
on
have
your
worked
head.
great.
Put a carrot on your head.
Bam. We
Hey,
got
we
it.
can
I'm almost finished
We
with
can
my
go
ice
steal the
cream
horn
that
off.
I've been eating this whole time. If you want me to like stick the cone on your head.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea, actually. We'll add that one to the list. So,
Look, make me a horn.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the much more reasonable one.
you tell me, I guess. What do you want to know? What do you need to know?
Okay, I have one question. So, old Slackjaw, she had this weakness that if we ran around in a circle a bunch of times in front of her, she started sneezing and she couldn't do anything.
Really trivialized the fight against her. It was
Mhm.
very helpful.
Yeah.
Good.
Do you know if Granny Nightshade also has something like that?
Well, I mean, everybody's got a weakness. Granny Nightshade has this weird thing where, like, the first person she sees when she wakes up every day, she forgets. I don't really know
Right. We did
how it
right.
works,
Yeah, we heard about that one.
but, yeah, she won't. She just, I really, once I found that out, oh boy, took advantage of that one. But yeah, she just, if you're the first person she sees after she wakes up, she just, like, she doesn't clock you, dude. She doesn't know you're there. It's so, until the next day, it's so weird.
Does she have a very specific and scheduled sleep schedule? Unlike those of us right here.
How easily can we exploit this?
Well, I mean, I haven't been living there in a while. When I was there, she, yeah, I mean, she pretty much, I'm not on the dot, but she pretty much kept to the same schedule every day. I mean, she gets up pretty early. She
Creature of habit.
Yeah, I mean, she's extremely old. So, like, Yeah.
She
Till,
gets
like,
up at 4:30 in the morning.
Goes to bed at 5 p.m.
Yeah, she gets up super early. She putters around the garden for at
This
most
is
like 3
impossible,
hours.
guys. There's no way that we'll be able to wake up that early to be there and be the first person she
Yeah, you're
sees.
gonna have to find a way around it. Your one weakness.
We're not
Our
going to be
one
able to do
weakness.
this.
Your sleep schedule.
We're a bunch of sleepyheads.
Uh-oh, I made it real again.
Oh no.
Honestly,
Uh,
I'd rather
I feel
get the
attacked.
full night's sleep and we can just fight their asses.
Hey, listen. I'm with you.
I've been
On that-
attacked in shift work.
Yeah, and then I mean, so that's her weird weakness. I don't know. According to her, they all have some kind of weakness. It's like a checks and balances kind of. I don't know. I don't know. Her sisters only met Endlin the one time.
I have an idea. I think Willoughby should fly up and be the one that is invisible to her. Because then, when we go for popping, you can do a shit ton of damage.
I could be like the rooster that wakes her up in the morning. Just cock-a-doodle-doo.
That's
And then
really
she won't even know you're there.
Now, is it one of those situations where as soon as like you interact with her, she suddenly knows you're there, or just for the entire day she doesn't know you're there, no matter what you do?
Oh boy, you know what? I bet I wrote this down in my cool notebook that I have.
That's a really cool notebook.
I
I,
know,
love the
right?
That's a
skateboard
really
you drew on the front.
intricate. Yeah,
That's a really cool picture of you doing a kickflip.
Yeah, you know, I like to sketch a little bit in my
Whoa, is this a whole box of tech decks over here?
free
Oh,
time.
sweet
Yeah, hey,
tech
be
decks.
careful. Some of those are collectible.
Damian's already messed with the tech deck.
This is still in the box.
Willoughby is so small that he's riding on one.
He's riding a tech deck.
Yeah, like a hoverboard,
We're just messing
or I
around
guess
with
just
tech
like a
deck.
skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a younger brother has completely ruined my references and life. Where the heck? Oh, see stat block. Okay, thank you, book. That's helpful.
Huzzah!
Stat block, see book.
See book. See this page.
Consider this.
Okay, yeah, no. Seems like it doesn't really matter what you do. She just can't perceive you.
She can't, but I assume like
Wow.
if you started attacking her, she's not just gonna stand there like a glitched video game boss and let you. keep
No, I
stabbing
mean
her.
she'll know she's being stabbed. She just can't sort of perceive you.
Who did it?
Yeah.
That's
Now, what if-
interesting. So I guess I can, effectively sneak up, do a bunch of damage, and then try to like disengage with her. And
Now, hear me out. What if we wake her up in front of a big mirror of herself? And so she forgets that she exists.
Law, we're trying to
And
defeat her,
then
not
what?
ruin her fucking life. Willoughby did not canon say that.
Did you say fucking Willoughby?
No, I said plucking.
Oh,
I need a good plucking. It's been a while since I've preened.
Oh, come here, buddy. Come here. Just starts cleaning Willoughby.
Whoa, that tickles.
I'm just saying, you do it, maybe she just like implodes.
I mean,
I
Do we-
like you.
do we
Thank you.
I
have a
think we're
mirror
gonna
big
be
enough?
buds.
I think we're going to be friends.
Well, do we have a mirror big enough for that?
and how do we get it in there?
Okay, hear me out. We build an entire replica of her base to scale in a separate location. We install mirrors on a flip panel on the ceiling, the only difference between the two. And then we trick her into when she leaves the house. Then we change like all the signs and the paths, and she goes back to the wrong place that we built. She goes to sleep, bam, mirror ceiling comes down. We got it.
I like this plan.
I have a question as the dungeon master. Why do
Uh-huh.
all of Law's plans involve some level of gaslighting?
Law maybe needs to take a look inward and
Are you working
think
through some
about.
stuff?
I don't know if that's gaslight. It's a trick. I don't know if it's gaslighting.
It's sort of changing someone's reality around them.
It's
That's
just
fair.
it's spicy lying.
It's spicy lying.
Spicy lying.
Whatever helps.
Will's like, I love it. Don't think we have the resources for it.
No, you're probably.
Blue
Soraya
merch is
just
really
looks
big.
Super confused. And then just shakes it off. And then just like falls back into some cushions, exhausted by the brain power that she
make a
just had to use to try to understand that plan.
Okay, we just make her room, and then we get the recording of us robbing her room and send it to her. And when she shows up, she thinks people are robbing it. She calls SWAT. We show up as the SWAT agents to intervene on us stealing from her, and then.
Willoughby
Are you
leans
trying
over
to do an
Giselle.
Oceans again?
The monarchy really changed them.
No,
We
they
let
did this
them watch
before.
that
They
play
just really
one
like the whole
time.
Oceans thing.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we don't have
waiting-
cops here, so.
Oh. Just one time we'll get to do the Ocean's 11.
Don't worry, it will happen one day, Law. You know, just not this time.
Soraya pulls out her party planning notebook and writes down a new idea. Law's birthday.
Kidnap Law for their
Ocean's
birthday.
11 themed party.
Ocean's 11 themed party where Law gets to do this thing.
Right, so is there stuff you guys actually like need to know, or
All right, well,
I just offered
Okay.
because I've been here for
You
a long
said
time.
you said there were some like these like tin soldiers or whatever, like the tin guards.
Yeah.
Do you have like you said like they're like mechanical, so do they have like, I don't know, a typical routine that we could like get around?
Yeah, in that they have their posts that they usually stay at. And then basically they are just kind of dispatched to deal with any ruckus that might be going on in the house. They're basically toys. So stupid.
so if we do a big enough distraction, she'll probably send all of those tin soldiers to where the distraction is at.
Several of them, at least.
How big are the tin soldiers?
Oh, tin soldier sized.
Oh, so like this big?
They're about. I think they're small. Let me double check. Because I think they're
On a scale of
guys.
Willoughby to Law, how big are they?
How many will
I'm actually taller than Law.
On a scale of Willoughby to Giselle, how big are they?
Are they small?
How tall is Giselle?
Yeah, they're little guys.
I was going by the art, but I will double check what I put.
They're
You know I don't care about scale when I draw.
5'10".
I'm 5'11". Haha.
A scale of Willoughby to
Wait, are Giselle's ears 5'10"?
Law has horns
Or-
though.
Head.
Laws
Oh,
does have
yeah.
horns,
Oh,
Is
God.
it the horns? Or the ears? The horns are probably taller?
Whatever.
I think it's
Giselle's
a
answer
wash with the horns and the ears and the 1 inch off. I think it's a wash. I think they're the same size.
Giselle will put that on her tombstone.
Will sort of nods towards you, Willoughby, and says, they're about your size.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of Willoughby-sized soldiers. All right.
I thought maybe I could disguise us as tin soldiers or something. Make us little tin soldier costumes.
We could disguise Willoughby as one.
Good.
And that's how we get you in.
Yeah.
How
We get disguised you as a tin soldier, and then you could go in like really early, and then you get seen as her, but you have to take off your stuff so she knows like it's you, and then you're not like one of her tin soldiers.
But you have that armor that just goes poof, that just like disappears, right? So you can like, right? You can do it with that.
Yeah, I'm also reviewing Manifest Echo. No, it sounds like it always. flavor wise, I choose to make it my siblings, but it's technically an echo of myself, or else I was gonna be like, oh, I could just make the echo look like it's but no, that does not work that way.
Darn.
But yeah, can do. And then I can pretty much lie in wait until we coordinate the attack.
I mean, it's risky.
Is there a window in her bedroom?
I've never been in there.
Yeah,
It has
I
to be
mean,
one though, right?
Probably. There's lots of windows in Loom Lurch.
I do have a contingency that can get me out of there fairly quickly.
Okay.
If we take down Granny Nightshade, will that? Do you know if that'll take care of her tin soldiers? Is there anything else we'd have to contend with if we?
I mean, there's all kinds of creatures about. She's definitely got some boggles in there, little creeps.
Yeah.
Well, and then outside Loom Lurch, you have like the Goblin Market and everything. They're not really. They don't really work for Granny Nightshade. They just kind of, are part of the economy here.
I think my concern with Willoughby going in by himself is that something goes bad. It's Willoughby's on his own.
Well,
I can go with Willoughby.
Yeah, one of us
Wild
can go with
shaped
him.
into something little.
Or I
Oh,
could go
true.
invisible. There's some options.
I can
We're
sneak
sort
in there,
of
too.
starting in the same place that we did the last time. Now we're deciding whether we all go in invisible.
Or, hear me out. We just go in.
I think maybe that's the best option.
Just like a full out storm of the place. Just
Well,
do
Will had a
raid?
plan to like create a distraction and stuff.
Yeah. the
We're
faction
just-
with the-
Yeah.
We're the distraction. And we
Or if
fight all the tin soldiers and Granny Nightshade.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
He
don't
gets
think
the
we
kids
should
out.
lose. I don't think we should lose this opportunity though to have her literally not know one of us is there, like at all. Like that's a really good thing for the combat.
I mean, you could try to get an audience with her.
First thing in the morning.
She's pretty willing to meet with people most of the time.
But can we guarantee that like we'll be the first people that she sees, like not one of her soldiers or something?
No, but
That's
you
why I
could guarantee she's gonna be waking up at a certain time. If you could get an early meeting.
Well, what could we do to guarantee an early meeting with her?
Well,
I can wild shape and bring a note.
What if we told her we caught Will?
Ooh, we say we caught Will, and then you deliver me. It's like, yeah, his name's technically kind of Will.
I mean, there's that, or we just bring Will with us. Your people stay ready
Yeah,
to
that's
start
less stupid.
distraction.
Yeah.
And then, you come in like fake. We pull a Chewbacca, and you come in. We don't really handcuff you or anything. Once the fight pops off, you go deal with your own thing, and we take care of Gma.
I like it.
Same.
I like that.
So you want to try to get in to talk to her, you're gonna have to talk to Chucklehead.
Who's Chucklehead?
He's kind of the goblin boss. Hangs out in the market. Acts like a chucklehead.
Right.
Okay. Well, we have some pretty persuasive people with us. And by persuasive people, I mean Giselle.
So maybe first thing tomorrow morning, we just go crack of dawn. Oh, sorry, just thinking about that. We go crack of dawn. With you, go find Chucklehead. Be like, hey, we caught Will of the Feywild. Take us to Granny Nightshade.
I'm in.
What time were you waking up? Like 4 a.m.? How long does it take to get there?
Oh, it's a little ways away. Hour or two.
4 a.m. then.
I do have one concern, and I hope it doesn't offend you, Will, but well, her sister's changed your alignment.
Maybe let's not
essentially.
talk about that in front of the kids.
Yeah,
That's right. Never
yeah.
mind. Willoughby would not do that. I rescind everything I said. I forgot there were children present.
Let me,
Will, are
send
you
them.
concerned at all about what might happen after the battle?
Just in general?
In general, what
Well,
you will
like-
do after?
No. I don't really think too far ahead.
You know what? Fair.
That's tomorrow us's problem, it sounds like.
I
Yeah.
feel like we'd be best friends under different circumstances.
We could still be best friends.
We could. Let's see how tomorrow goes.
Yeah.
Giselle just sits there still preening Willoughby like, the fuck?
All right, so
Stri's glaring at Law.
early morning trip to the goblin market, I guess. I'll have everybody else post up. You three and Star. Just in case. There's a lot of security. So, these guys will be ready to cause a distraction just in case.
Perfect. All right, I'll set the Dutch on patrol just in case. But
What's a Dutch?
oh, this is a Dutch. Good. Dutch hops up into the
That's awesome.
robot frog.
You guys are cool.
Yeah, thanks.
We think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Early night then. Oh! Duh. One more thing.
Loot drop.
No.
Dear God.
Not a loot drop. We already did that today. Let me find it. Yep, there we go. So Will says, one more thing. So, after you guys, after we deal with old Granny Nightshade, I mean, you're gonna want to go on to Yawn, right?
Yeah, that's our next stop.
That's the idea.
Awesome. We have a friend who can help with that. And he walks over to the little pile of cushions where the oil can is sitting. And kind of shifts the cushions a little bit and says, Hey, Squirt, sorry. Wake up. And you see the oil can kind of shake a little bit, and it starts to move. Hops over towards Will, and you can see it turn, and it doesn't really have a face. It's got kind of like two indents in the metal, like where eyes would be. And then a little, another little indent kind of like in the shape of like kind of a half scowling mouth. But you hear a little voice come out of it. It says, "Oh, what?" And Will says, "Your services as a guide are going to be needed." The oil can kind of shakes a little bit, and it kind of rolls its way a little bit to the edge of the cushion. It's like little eyes maybe surveying you all. You're not entirely sure. It doesn't really have eyeballs or anything. All right, what do you want?
Hello.
Hi.
We're gonna need help going into Yon. You can guide us there.
Yep, you're gonna need to take me with you then. I'm Squirt.
Nice
Your
to meet
name
you,
is
Squirt.
Squirt,
That is.
the oil can.
Yeah, is that funny?
No, not at
Oh.
all. That is your name and your life.
Profession.
Yeah. some of us are extremely into our work.
You know, I get that.
Hey, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life, okay?
Exactly. So,
If you knew my family, you'd know our names are very literal.
well, there you go. We'll get along just fine. You're gonna take me with you.
Perfect.
Do
Like
you need
now?
to go?
Or do you
to-
want us to pick you up later?
No, I want to get my hands on some of those boggles.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm low on oil.
All right.
I can keep you in my purse.
That'll work.
Okay.
I'm going
Willoughby
back.
like jealously shoots a quick look like
My purse is very big. You could both fit in there.
The satchel.
Willoughby's like, you
It
just
just
gave my room
completely
away.
to himself, just like trying to hide the jealousy.
Willoughby's like,
David just
I
puts a
went,
hand on Willoughby's shoulder.
I'm gonna roll a deception check.
I've been in college 1 semester, Mom, and you turned my room into
Into a
To
jail.
a gym.
I rolled a 15. Willoughby
Giselle, roll an insight check.
Okay.
Willoughby's definitely not jealous.
I rolled an 18.
Willoughby made a weird face just now.
Did I not bring you enough? Are you still uncomfortable?
Oh no, it's great, thanks.
You good?
Yep.
I rolled a 17. Go, if you want to stay in my tool bag or something, Willoughby, well, you get this sorted out. That's fine.
Willoughby considers a vacation home.
MTV Cribs starring Willoughby.
Right, so. Squirt,
Bundled up in a scarf so they don't get oil all over the inside of my bag and Willoughby's home.
So, there are some boggles that work around, Granny Nightshade's whole situation. Find some, get Squirt some of their oil. His mood will
Par-
drastically improve. And, he knows the way to yawn, so.
Got it. Get
Our
some
first
bottle
side
oil.
quest for this mission, harvest boggles for oil.
When you put it like that, it's a little strange. They're, like, really gross, though, so.
Yeah.
Does it hurt them to take the oil?
No idea.
Okay.
Don't really care, they're nasty.
Oh, all right.
Punch a bunch of boggles.
Well, it's about probably
Yep,
early
it's
bedtime.
about that time, huh?
Yep.
We're gonna set up.
Down the old dusty trail.
Yeah,
We'll set
as-
up camp out there.
Hey,
As you say
hey,
that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Will, do you mind joining me for a quick perimeter check, just to make sure everything's safe?
Yeah, sure thing, good buddy.
Stay inside the Druid Grove. I'm gonna go cast that around the tree.
Nice.
And she'll slide down the ladder to go cast Druid Grove.
Okay.
I'll go hang next to Sereia and start getting the tiny hut ready.
Okay.
Both doing our preparatory spells.
Damian is going to do tricks with the tech decks the entire time because that's where his hyper focus is at right
Okay.
now.
Damian's playing with tech decks. Willoughby's gonna take Will the adventures of Will and Will are happening. Is Giselle doing anything?
Thinking about Willoughby's face, looking in her bag at the talking oil can, and thinking about Law giving away their best friendship.
Existential crisis for Giselle.
Yeah, I think Giselle's just having an existential crisis in the corner.
Does Giselle think
Okay.
you can only have one best friend?
No,
There's a reason there's the best is in front of it. There can't be multiple bests.
I reject those
disagree.
rules.
I
reject
disagree.
them.
Okay, the best.
I
of the
reject them.
Best. No, I have lots of best friends.
All my friends are my best friends. Everyone else can go to hell.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not like good enough to be your best friend, why are you
Yeah, really.
Then
wasting
why are
your
you
time?
friends with them?
Yeah.
You're
This all
all
makes sense to me.
my best friend. And then Rob's like, these people aren't my best friends. We never hear from him again. Just... It's cool to have a lot of best friends. You guys should, you should try it.
Try it
All
sometime.
right, so that's gonna 1, 2. Okay, we've got time to do 4 conversations.
I'm so sorry.
No. This is good, actually. I like this. Let's start with Will and Willoughby.
Willoughby, well,
Willoughby. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Willoughby.
would. God damn it. No,
If you
be
can make an echo of yourself.
He's gonna make
Oh.
a check real quick. Oh yeah.
Slight side. What am I looking for?
Sidebar.
Digression.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. We just got to Noise Boys. In my introduction of Game Changer to Lana, and
Yes.
she's obsessed with the deviled egg thing.
Yes.
So good.
It's
It's just
I
like,
wouldn't say
why?
should eat it.
Why was it a deviled egg?
Because it's Brennan.
Yeah.
I love that show. Okay. Yeah, so you walk a little bit toward the perimeter just inside sort of the grove that
Yeah.
Sereia is casting the spell on, and Will does kind of like look down at you. What's up, my man?
Yeah, and I mean, my intention, as can be assumed, is to be outside of earshot of the children's. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all still in the treehouse.
I'm not great at these kinds of conversations, so you'll have to look past my admittedly really adorable exterior. But if the sisters could change your alignment at the drop of a hat, what's to say it won't happen if we deliver you within reach of Granny Nightshade? I am not necessarily concerned with putting you in danger so much as I am my friends and the children. I don't want to hand her greatest weapon back.
Yeah, I thought about that. I don't know how much Granny Nightshade can do on her own. It took both of them, the other two, to sort of force the change of heart. So, I guess I'm just kind of hoping that she couldn't do it by herself. And I like to think I've been this way long enough that I at least have the wherewithal to just leave. Not
I
all
hope
of
for
us
your
were...
sake, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Not all of us were, just mindless, you know?
Right.
I was sentient before.
Yeah, that's what worries me. You were sentient and you were going along with what you were doing, and then it took magical intervention to change that. That's why I asked why you had a change of heart, because if you don't want to change, what's to say you can't just flip that switch back?
I think it's a fair question. I like how I am now, for what it's worth. And before they sort of switched me all around, I didn't know anything else. I didn't grow up like you did, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get older, you see things differently.
Oh.
But if something goes wrong, you have my full permission to kill me.
I didn't need your permission, but thank you.
Okay.
Willoughby just sort of curtly nods and trots off.
Message received for Will of the Feywild. Let's go. So Law and Sereia setting up the Druid Grove and the tiny hut. Can both of you make perception checks for me?
Okay.
11.
16.
Okay. Sereia, just sort of in your own little world, casting
She's
your
talking
spell.
to the vines, making a nest for Willoughby.
And as you're doing so, you don't notice, but Law, you do. You hear a little, like, which there's just kind of like a little bit of shifting as Sereia kind of enchants this general area. But from behind you, you hear some shifting in the brush, and you look, and Little Oak, the tree that has the treehouse in it, has moved a little bit closer to you. And you hear just kind of like the shaking of leaves, and there is this like whisper that carries on the wind, and you just kind of hear next to you a little voice saying what sounds like, "Thank you." And it blows past Sereia too, and kind of like gets her hair a little bit. She doesn't seem to have noticed or heard it.
Did you say something?
In my head or out of my head?
Either.
No.
I think the tree just said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
It shifts a little bit more and then kind of settles down into one spot.
Do you talk to trees very often? Or do they talk to you very often?
You know she talks to trees all the time. Are you kidding?
That's right. That's stupid. I haven't heard the trees talk. Why can I hear the trees talk?
Well, maybe this one just chose to talk to you. They can be shy.
Okay. I'm concerned this place is going to irrevocably change my perspective of nature.
Well, I mean, nature's different everywhere you go.
True. We just don't have many trees in Kaladesh like this that talk.
I can fix that for you.
Okay. What does that involve?
And she points to like the animated trees that are walking around
kind of
from her
wandering.
druid grove. Yeah.
Oh god, that's right.
The four of them that have uprooted and they're just kind of patrolling the circle.
Can you just give trees life permanently?
I can awaken things for a certain amount of time.
I don't know what my dad would say about that if all the trees around our house just started walking around. Imagine the groundskeepers would be pretty upset about that.
I mean, there are sentient trees anyway. So one could choose to move to Kaladesh.
That's also true.
It would take them a while to get there, but you know.
Hey, are you doing okay? With all
In
this?
regards to
The will.
Oh, you know, it was just a shock. I didn't expect a 12-year-old boy to turn into a you know what?
Yeah. I know last time it got pretty scary.
Yeah, that wasn't great. But you know, I don't want to be prejudiced. It was just a shock. He seems like he's trying to do good here, so let's just not end his curse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my greater restoration to myself.
I think that's a good idea. If it's a curse, I mean, maybe the fact that only the creatures like that act like that maybe is a curse. Maybe it was ended. Maybe he just has like more free will now.
Yep, I'm not gonna mess with it.
Yeah. Well, if it does get bad and stuff, I've got your back.
Well, thanks. I would hope so.
I mean,
I would hope that nothing's changed in the last, like
no.
12 hours to where
Yeah.
you would choose not to.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, definitely. Just, I'll keep an eye on Will for you.
Also got bodyguard Willoughby was offered his services again.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling well protected, thank you.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
No, I really hope not, because that's not something I want to deal with after whatever's going to happen with Granny Nightshade and her creepy place. The forest felt really gross there. I'm going to have to fix that too.
Well, I'll keep the channel open in case anything comes up. If you start like feeling like there's something weird here, or if you feel like you're probably more likely to notice if Will starts acting differently or something's going on. So just
Channel open.
like the talking in your mind thing.
Confusion.
I'll be you just think the words and I'll be listening. If that's okay. I mean, I won't if you don't want me to.
Wait, that turns off?
Oh yeah. No, it lasts for like 10 minutes at a time. I can keep it going if I want to. But
Oh, I thought you were mad at me.
what?
Oh, well, I thought it was open, and so I've been talking to you, and then I thought that you were just ignoring me, so I thought that like I had made you mad or something.
Oh no, I guess I didn't really explain it well. No, I'm sorry. What were you saying? What I'm
Oh, I was just commenting on things that it has happened over the past like couple days since you did it the first time, since we got off the balloon. I thought you were just in there now, so that's my bad for misunderstanding it.
no,
Sorry for being mad at you for something you didn't do.
I didn't.
She's
I-
like just bright red.
Yeah, well, Law's blushing too. It's like completely normally reddish pink skin is just like cherry red at this point. I okay. I'm sorry. I'll be more clear when I'm ending the communication so that you know that I'm. Not
Oh
listening
yeah,
anymore.
thanks. I misunderstood the spell. I've never used it before and don't know anything about it.
I hadn't really used it either. It was kind of a first for me, so I didn't even really think about it. It kind of seemed, it's rude to do it without asking, and to stop without asking too. You don't want to make assumptions. I'll say over and out when I'm ending the spell.
Okay, that would probably help if I'm paying attention. I'll try to make sure that I'm listening.
Or we could have like a secret word that if you need me to like listen in, just use that word.
Oh, okay. We'll have to think about that.
Ribbit.
She's just like weaving ribbit. Yes, it's perfect.
That's going to be really funny in context.
That will be. Nobody else will get it.
I like it. Just have to make sure that's not like a Dutch command word.
I'll work on that.
It just says Sereia says ribbit, and all of a sudden Dutch just goes boom, and like all these like guns come out or something.
It's like two
Like,
mounted
no.
cannons. Ribbit protocol engaged.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go back to weaving us all beds from the vines in case anybody wants to chill before we sleep in the tiny hut.
But yeah, and I'll make the hut, and so we can talk privately if anybody else has anything they're worried about. I'm sorry for making you think that I was mad at you.
Oh no, that's 100% my fault. I did not understand the spell and what I just thought you lived in there now. I don't know how to I was trying to make a spot in my mind. It's very complicated to try to create a cool. I thought it was I thought it was like a Rex in the bottle situation. You could just be in there, and I didn't know how to go about making a mind palace.
Well, I'm glad you've made the space, and so I can hang out more often.
Yep.
Super embarrassed that she did not understand the spell.
Goes back to weaving beds.
Goes back to
Little chase lounges out of vines. And creates a bonfire in the middle of them all. Willoughby's got a little nest.
Okay. Giselle's having a crisis. Damian's playing the tech.
Damian, because Damian has a good passive perception. He notices Giselle's having a little bit of an internal crisis, and he takes his tech deck and just slides it over so it bumps into Giselle's foot. Hey, you okay over there?
Do a kickflip or something.
Does a little kickflip with the tech deck. He gets up and sits down next to her. You okay? You don't look like your usual happy, bubbly self right now.
I don't know. The Feywild's weird.
It is pretty weird, but we got friends to be around us, so we're not weathering the weirdness by ourselves.
Yes, apparently we have best friends.
Well, yeah, you guys are all best friends.
Well, you're our best friend too.
Am I?
Look, we don't bring people along to fight scary shit unless they're a good friend.
Well, no, I get that, but he kind of hugs his knees a bit. I mean, you guys been through a lot with each other. A whole lot more than I've been through with you guys. You guys faced death a bunch of times. You guys have a stronger bond with each other.
How many times have we faced death with you now?
Once.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we fought Bev Lorna. That was the last time we really faced death with each other.
We've fought tons of shit since then. Well, before then. That's the big one, but...
Yeah, but... I mean, I'm not sure really why you're having this crisis or whatever, anything, but just so you know, I'm here. I mean, it's okay, you guys been through so much, and you guys are a nice little tightly knit group of chums, and I showed up, and I really feel welcomed by all of you, but I still feel like an outsider. I mean, you and Law, you've been friends since you were kids. And, Sereia, and you and Sereia are legit ride or die friends. Willoughby, I mean, he sticks up for all three of you. I mean, a lot of times I feel like I'm, just there.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, I just want to let you guys know. I just let you know that you can trust me with anything that's bothering you guys. Because I mean, I'll punch a lot of people for every single one of you.
We know.
So, whatever crisis or existential crisis you're going through right now.
Who said that? What are you talking about? I'm fine. I'm just over
okay.
here.
Okay. Right. Well,
I'm
just
just
saying-
cleaning out my purse.
right. Yeah, cleaning out your purse.
From
No.
in the purse, you just hear, "Hey, watch it, sister."
Look, I'm gonna start making you pay rent or something, okay? Hush.
You put me in here.
Well, I'm regretting the decision. I don't know. Yeah, this place is just very different from school. At school, I feel like I know, like where I fit, And that's mostly just, like being gorgeous and like taking what I want and stuff. But this place is weird. Nothing makes sense anymore.
You want to know my advice?
Sure.
Just go with it. I mean, yeah, things are going to be confusing. Things are going to be really weird here. Because when I first got here, it was just the same. It was the same feeling, Things are different. Things don't make sense here. People have their own set of rules that you grew up around that make no sense to you at all. But when it comes to this place, you just gotta, adapt or get left behind. And thing is, Giselle, you're really good at adapting. I mean, yeah, you're stubborn at times, but you're really
I'm not
good at it.
stubborn. I'm just right.
Giselle, you had a grudge with a giant bunny for a whole day because
Because
they
he was an
kicked your-
asshole.
See,
He
that's-
bit me.
See, this is what I mean. You're stubborn, but you adapted.
I reject that premise completely. But I see kind of what you're saying.
And thing is, that's one of your best features. When everything is all weird around us and things are confusing, you're there to keep all of us grounded and remind us, hey, we're still us. And I think that's why everyone views you as a really good friend.
Thanks, Damian.
Anytime. You want to know a secret?
Always.
He pulls out the sketchbook of that gigantic lizard footprint. I don't know why, but this seems important.
It's really big.
Yeah. I mean, it is really, really big. But I just feel like it's really important. I don't know why.
I feel like it'll be pretty easy to be on the lookout for something that could make like 8-bit footprints like that. So we can do that.
Yeah. Well, the secret part is I really don't remember anything from when I was a kid.
While you were here?
No, I remember when I was here. I just don't remember anything before like I was like 10 years old. Like the first memory I have is really being 10 and living with my grandpa. Anything before that, I really don't remember anything. I think that's why I'm always, doing my best to have fun and make new memories because it feels like I'm starting new for some reason.
I guess that's a really good way to look at it.
Well, yeah, that's my secret. And now you know it.
Thank you for telling me.
This means we're better friends now. He spits into his hand and holds it out.
She pats him on the head. I'm not touching that.
Oh, okay. He wipes off his hand.
As you guys are having this conversation sort of quietly, from the other side of the treehouse, like leaning up against a cushion, like one leg thrown over the other and like reading a book, is one of the kids, the oldest of the three. Very slender, wood elf, like tan skin, freckles, long ginger hair, doesn't even look up from the book, and it's just like, you guys are so lame.
No, you're lame.
Turns page.
Your face is lame.
Don't stoop to their level.
You just said that to an 8-year-old. How do you feel?
See?
Flips page.
Children are ruthless. Just
They
ignore
are.
them.
Yeah, they kind of are jerks.
Are you guys done? Like, can I...
You know, you don't have to be in this room. You can go read somewhere else.
This is my house.
Deep breaths. Ignore them.
I'm just gonna ignore him.
Yeah, they continue reading their book.
Does a kickflip off of Giselle's leg.
Ow!
One of the younger kids comes in. This is again, looks to be about like 8 or 9. A very young orc girl. First little tusk, grown up tusk is starting to grow in, and then it climbs up and sits near you guys, sort of across the room from the other one. So we're really doing this? You guys are really gonna take on Granny Nightshade?
Yep, we're gonna pop her in the schnoz.
That's good. She has a lot of our friends.
Is there someone you're looking out for?
Now, we all kind of looked out for each other. Some of us got out last time and some didn't, so... I hope this one works.
Don't worry. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna beat her up, and we're gonna rescue all your friends.
Are you going to go see the unicorn at the pool?
Well, I mean, that's the plan, you know? Once we rescue you guys, we're definitely gonna see if the unicorn will listen to us. I mean, we did leave the pool saying that we're friends, so maybe she'll be cool and she'll remember us. I mean, Sereia even left her a note and stuff, so maybe she'll be more willing to talk to us.
She's really shy since Eladon went missing. You know, I heard a rumor while I was still in the workshop that Granny Nightshade took his horn and turned him into a toy.
Oh. She
Oh,
can
no.
do that.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I do know alicorns are really powerful, so...
Well, we'll definitely keep a lookout for that. What's
My
your name?
mum's a wizard, so...
My grandpa's a wizard. He's a really powerful one.
I'm Zeno.
I'm Damian. This is Giselle.
Giselle, nice to meet you.
I'm glad you guys are here.
Don't worry.
We're glad to be here,
Yeah.
mostly.
And I hope you find what you're looking for.
He pulls out the sketchbook. Have you seen tracks like this before? And he points to like the big footprint.
Oh, Yes. We try to stay away from them.
Well, where do you normally see them?
Mostly out in the woods. Not too close to here, usually further away. Jabberwock likes to hunt up north, so we sort of steer clear.
Jabberwock?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's another thing we gotta look out for.
Those are
What is
probably his.
Jabberwock?
Like a really big thing, like a really big lizard. Huge feet. Loves to hunt. Lots of fire. We try to stay away.
You think Jabberwock might be the thing that's making these footprints?
Maybe. He has to land to eat, so
He flies.
yeah.
You see a dragon.
I've never seen a dragon.
Big lizard thing, big wings. Sometimes breathes fire or other things like that.
No, yeah, with fire for sure. Yeah, that's Jabberwock.
What direction was the last place you saw Jabberwock?
It's been a while. He usually sticks to the north.
North.
He's trying to
Okay.
get back to the palace like everyone else.
Palace?
Where's Ibilna lived?
So Bilna had a dragon?
Well, I don't know if she had him. But he liked to go there.
So they were friends.
I think so.
Maybe this Jabberwock could help us. If he likes Ibilna.
I
think
think
we
she
should-
might have been the only person he liked.
I think we should look for this Jabberwock guy.
We'll keep an eye out.
Good luck. Just make sure he doesn't think you're food. But once he thinks you're food, that's it.
I mean, Giselle is quite of a snack already.
I'm covered in hair. Why would you want to eat me?
It was saying 'cause you're cute, Giselle.
Oh, like that kind of snack. Yes, okay. But not that kind of snack.
The ginger from the corner. You guys are disgusting.
Oh my god, I'm like twice your size. I will pick you up and throw you.
Have you been here for like 7 years or something, and now you're actually like in your mind like a 15-year-old? Because you're totally acting like a grumpy teenager.
Good. Maybe it'll make you stop talking. To me, around me.
I think
Maybe
that's
just in
exactly
general.
what
I think
happened.
that's what
I
it
think
is,
this.
yeah.
I think this is sadly a teenager in an 8-year-old's body. This is
Yeah.
really sad.
Well, you know what? Here. Sketches a quick picture of them, which is actually a really nice looking picture, and just hands it to them. Here. You don't deserve it, but here you go.
Cool. Sort of puts it between 2 pages of the book.
Kill them. Kindness.
So. Sorry about Sloan, they're kind of grumpy.
Well, that's okay.
No, it's fine.
I'm
I
used
can't
to it.
Hear you, Xenor. I'm literally right here. Alright.
We know.
We know, Sloan.
Do you guys have games or something? You play a game?
Sure, yeah. We have some board games.
Okay, great. Ooh, Parcheesi.
Guys, play Parcheesi. And eventually settle in for the night. The plan to, I guess, march on Loomlurch tomorrow. Early. Anything before you guys go to sleep?
Sereia is on like one of the little chase things that she made, and she's just writing on some parchment.
Seraia's doing some writing. Anybody else? Okay. Finish up everything for the night. Huddle up in the hut. The kids go up into the treehouse with Will and Star, and you try to get a good night's sleep and prepare to get up extremely early and go try to pull one over on the second of the Hourglass Coven sisters. Excuse me, but that is where I think we're gonna end it for today, because we're coming up on time, and anything else we get into is gonna take longer than we have. So, yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for playing. Thanks everybody in chat for hanging out with us today. Let's go around and do stars and wishes. Whoever wants to go can go.
I'll go.
Okay.
My star goes to Val/Law for our funny little misunderstanding conversation. Sereia finally understands the spell now and has been angry or like thinking she's like pissed and also like confused as to why Law wasn't talking to her, and now she understands that she made a mistake, and the awkward like oh was awesome and just really funny, and they handled it so well. And I liked it. It was cute. And then my star is going to be I can't wait to talk to Chucklehead the Goblin, and I hope that they are everything that I am assuming the goblin counterpart of an evil hag is going to be. And I hope that we can get the audience that will get us into I hope Willoughby actually ends up invisible, but I think it would be funnier if it's somebody else that ends up invisible and it just completely throws off our plan. So it's kind of like a double star.
I like it.
Plan gets semi-foiled and Chucklehead is everything I want them to be.
Oh, you guys will meet Chucklehead for sure. And Chucklehead's not getting left out of this.
I don't want to leave Chucklehead out of this at all. I want to be Chucklehead so bad.
Thanks, Rachel.
I can go. Star goes to Willoughby for being Killoughby. I didn't need your permission. Brah. I love seeing the ultra protective side of Willoughby. It's great. My wish. I want to get to this dang lake. I don't care how. We're getting in there. It's happening. You can't tell me to go somewhere and not want me to go somewhere. So we're going.
I'm sure you guys will figure something out.
I'm sure.
I believe in you
That's me.
wholeheartedly. Thanks, Sid. Who else?
I'll go. My star goes to Sid/Giselle because it's kind of like this thing when you play D&D and you forget that your adventurers are also fully fleshed out people at the same time. And so like Giselle having this little crisis of like, I thought Law was my best friend and I thought Willoughby was my best friend. And she's like having like this moment of like, I thought everything that I thought was secure in is no longer the stuff that I'm secure in is changing. That was a nice little moment of like of reminding us like, yeah, we're still people who have problems outside of fighting like, hags and world-ending wizards and people who want to destroy reality kind of thing. And I always like moments like that in any kind of like setting of fiction where you just remind them like, yeah, these are still people who have like the things they're dealing with. And it was a very nice thing for to see that and like have her like talk out like what is bothering her. Yeah, I like that. That's my star. My wish, I really just I just really want to see Granny Nightshade because I just hope like she's just creepy old lady status, you know, that I'm just hoping that she's straight up creepy old lady, like who looks like generally sweet and kind, but you know there is some really dark, creepy shit there because you don't put on this, you don't like go around saying, yeah, I'm kidnapping children and turning them into toys, but you don't like come off as some creepy old like sweet granny lady. Especially she calls herself Granny Nightshade. You know, she's probably like trying to put off this image of a sweet old lady, and I'm really, really excited to see what her deal is.
I'm excited for you guys to get there.
That's me, though.
Thanks, Wally.
Oh, I can go.
Okay.
My star is gonna go to Damian, because sort of springboarding off of what you were saying, Wally. It's like hard to it's hard for me to remember, at least, that Damian wasn't part of this from the beginning, just because of the impact that you as a player and Damian as a character has had on this show. It's been so special and awesome and just like really feel good. And it's hard to remember for me that, or easy to forget, whatever, like that you weren't, that wasn't always the case. And so it was just like this moment of like, oh fuck yeah, like, oh no, of course that's natural, like that makes sense. My God, I hope you let Willoughby know, because my instinct, my savior complex instinct is like, I want to make him feel better. No. And then my wish is weirdly similarly, God, I hope Giselle lets Willoughby know that she's feeling that way, because that was not the intention, and now I feel like I need to fix it. But yeah, that's me.
Thanks, Rob.
I guess it's just me now.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. My star. Well, I mean, I feel like I have to at least give 1 star to Rachel and Sereia for for resolving all of that and getting to progress the ship some more. That was very fun. Law definitely not picked up on her being mad, so that was very special for both of them. And then I do also want to give a star just generally for some good like emotional vulnerability from a couple of our characters, Damian and Giselle, both demonstrating some of that. I thought that was very sweet. I liked that. My wish is that Giselle will confront Law at some point about her being pissed at him. So we'll see. They got stuff to talk about, and she's just being catty.
Ah. Cause she's a cat.
What are you gonna do?
We see what you did there.
I get it.
I got it.
That's me.
That's everybody. Yeah? Well, all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna end on time. Yay! I love not wanting to force a big story point and getting to end the session on time. Which is just a me problem. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing Dungeons and Dragons with me today. And thank you, chat, and everybody who came to hang out with us. We're always glad to see you guys. So, yeah, join us next time. Our next live stream after this is today, because we stream twice on Saturdays. So join us live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time this afternoon if you're in the United States. If you're elsewhere, I don't really know time zones, so whenever that is for you, have fun. Come join us if it's not a silly hour. Yeah, come join us for what's getting very close to the finale of Ward 47. We're getting to the end of this story, and eventually Val will tell the people at home what we're gonna be doing next.
I'm gonna announce it during our game today.
Awesome.
So
So
join us for that.
yeah, coming out for the announcement. Val's gonna tell you guys what we're doing next. It's very exciting. We're all very excited for it. We have characters made, and they're
I have to work.
getting into it.
I'll have to know tomorrow.
And you'll
Have
never
to
know.
tomorrow.
I'll never know. I have to go to work.
We'll
Um,
message you.
Yeah, we'll just
Thanks.
tell you.
I'll tell you all once the call ends if you want
Thanks.
to know.
Yes.
We get to
so-
know first. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. We're gonna watch
yes.
it live.
So coming out with us tonight, and then throughout the week, we have a regularly scheduled streams on Monday, and not Tuesday. Next Tuesday, and then Thursday, and then again on Saturday. We will see you then. Until next time, good game, and stay away from dragons. Internet. We'll see you soon.